All right, before we continue, I just want to remind you that at the very bottom of this video screen, you'll be able to see a pause button, and you'll be able to pause the video and go back and review anything that you really need in case you missed something or if you just simply want to make sure you understand what's being shown. All right, so let's take a look at our worksheet. When Excel starts, there are several things that you want to get comfortable with. First off, you're going to see on the very top, right next to where the black apple is, this is called your menu bar. You want to make sure that the word Excel is showing next to the black apple. That will tell you that Excel is the application that is currently being worked on. Sometimes I've seen people that were a little confused, but it turns out they were looking at the wrong application. So always check to see what the word is right next to that black apple so you know what you're working with. On the menu bar, you'll see menus like File. A lot of these you've seen before in other applications. File lets you save, lets you print, and so on. You have the Edit menu for cut, copy, and paste. Your View menu, we're going to go over this as far as getting the other toolbars you'll need. And several other menus that we'll be working on later on in the class. You'll also have three toolbars that you're going to be working with. The first is the standard toolbar. This one you've worked on in Microsoft Word. The standard toolbar lets you open a new workbook, open a workbook you've already saved, save what your work is, print your work, copy and paste, and a few other tools we'll go over later. The other toolbar is the formatting toolbar, and you've also seen this in Word. The formatting toolbar has tools like the font. You can control what the typeface looks like. The font size. You can make your text bold, italic, and underline. And again, some other tools that we'll be going over later on in the class. A third toolbar that you haven't seen yet is called the formula bar. And the formula bar talks about the name of the cells where you're actually starting to edit, the cell that you're actually starting to edit. And we'll go over cells, columns, and rows later. And the formula box, which is where the actual information you'll be typing into each cell would be put. Now, to get to each of these toolbars and to make sure that they're showing, you go up to your menu bar, you click on View, and then you come back down here to the middle where it says Formula Bar. You make sure it has a check mark. I'm going to uncheck this just for a minute so you can see this bar at the very top will disappear. And you see that it disappeared like that. I'm going to add it again. You see my formula bar does not have a check. Then you also want to go down to where it says Toolbars. Remember, we're still in our View menu. Go back to where it says Toolbars. It has an arrow next to it. It's the only one that does. And you want to make sure that the standard toolbar and the formatting toolbar both have a check mark. We'll go over rows, columns, and cells in the next video.